Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Lancaster County Board of Commissioners meeting for Tuesday, July 6, 2021. I am Commissioner and Chair Rick Vest. On my left is Commissioner and Vice Chair Deb Shore, and on her left, Commissioner Sean Flowerday. To my right, Commissioner Roma Amundsen and Commissioner Krista Yoakum on her right. Would you please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Clerk, please begin the meeting.
A copy of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act is located on the wall at the rear of the hearing room. Additionally, all written material to be discussed at today's open meeting is available for electronic viewing from the county clerk's staff. Printing options are available upon request. These materials can also be viewed on the county's website at lancaster.ne.gov. Agenda item 1 are minutes. Approve the minutes of the Board of Commissioners meeting held on Tuesday, June 29th, 2021.
I move approval of the minutes.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundsen,
Yes.
Yoakum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Number 2 are claims. Approval of all claims processed through July 6th, 2021.
Move approval?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the claims. Please call the roll, Deb.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundsen,
Yes.
Yoakum,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Next is number 3, special presentations. First one is graduation of the 2020 Leadership Academy class.
Good morning. I'm Ann Ames. I'm the Deputy Chief Administrative Officer here at the county, and I'm really pleased to present you with the 2020 Leadership Academy graduation. The class was wonderful. It was a rough year. We had to pivot and go to all Zoom sessions about halfway through, and the class knows that's probably not the ideal way to do it because they didn't get to be together and have the networking opportunities, but they stuck with it, and they deserve to be applauded for the time and effort and energy that they put into making the Zoom sessions work. So Krista and Deb are going to help me hand out the awards, and Dan, if you wouldn't mind reading the names.
You want me to read them all now?
If you just want to read them one at a time and people can come up and get theirs, that would be great.
What about the ones that aren't present?
You can go ahead and read them and just know that they're not present.
First one is Leslie Brestow from the county clerk.
Present today.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations, Leslie.
Next is Carrie Dean from Human Services.
Thank you for your participation in the program. Congratulations.
Cindy Dittmer from Property Management. Sue Eckley, Risk Management.
Don't see him.
Michaela Hay from the County Treasurer. She's not here this morning. Vicki Hansen, County Treasurer.
Go the other way. Congratulations. Thanks for your participation. Congratulations.
Tony Kulagowski, County Treasurer. Larry Legg, County Engineer.
Don't see Larry.
Tyler Lose, County Sheriff.
Tyler can't be here this morning.
Sierra Loon from County Treasurer is not here. Mandy Coleflake, Lancaster County Community Corrections. Mike Mueller, County Corrections.
Don't see Mike.
Heather Odowski from County Extension is not here. Nicole Ringler, County Attorney.
Nope.
Sarah Sump, County Sheriff. Tammy Viller, County Sheriff.
Sorry. Congratulations.
And Bud Ward, County Corrections. Next is departmental awards for the following county engineer employees. Brandon Kramer, Maintenance Supervisor. Roger Huskenbelt, Maintenance Supervisor. Ron Volati, Road Maintenance Superintendent. Wayne Herget, Assistant Maintenance Supervisor. Steve Spader, Assistant Maintenance Supervisor. Leroy Bud Geislinger, Assistant Road Maintenance Superintendent. Robert Larson, Assistant Maintenance Supervisor. Michael Clark, Maintenance Supervisor. Jay Wigley, Equipment Mechanic Supervisor.
Good morning, Pam Dingman, Lancaster County Engineer. I never know on a day-to-day basis as county engineer if I'm the luckiest person or the most unlucky person. So during my 8-year tenure as county engineer, we have had the largest snowfall in a winter, and we've had the largest single-day event, which was last year, compiled with the third largest, snowiest winter. And so I really wanted to acknowledge this team of managers that works tirelessly, many of them getting up at 2 or 3 in the morning and staying up till 10 o'clock at night, monitoring the road conditions. We do try our best not to call out all of the people until we know that we have a county-wide event, or we call out people in spots, just depending on what's going on. What you're seeing in county engineering is approximately 18 months ago, we reorganized to modernize our entire staff, and we used this as a moment to implement a new snow plan. And so Bud actually wrote the new snow plan and presented it to me, and I know that he worked really hard on it, and Bud may not be one of those guys that enjoys time in front of the screen, lining out stuff. What?
Let's leave it at that.
Let's leave it at that. That might not be his thing. So I knew how significant it was when he brought this detailed snow plan for each patrol district and each district to me. And so many of us, myself included, have went to snow school, which is really important. Modern snow removal operations require brine and other road treatments. People don't realize that every snow is different depending on the moisture in the air, depending on the temperature. This last year, we really battled extremely cold temperatures. And when it was snowing and the temperature was -20, and there's always that myth that it doesn't really snow when it's that cold, I think everyone here can tell you that myth is not true. And myself, I kept wondering how many pairs of pants can a person really wear at one time? I felt like that little kid, the snowman kid, as I'm sure many of you guys did. But we stuck with it. And the reality is that type of snow, our diesel equipment was gelling. We had to cram every possible piece of equipment into a building, and even then we still had some problems with freezing. We had trouble with air filters, especially in these guys' trucks that would fill with snow, and then we didn't have more air filters, so we were trying to dry them out, which is a common thing when you have that really powdery snow. The implementation of this snow plan led to the county being able to open up one lane of road in about 48 hours, which was really extraordinary for the snow that it was. We had drifting bigger than 4 and 5 feet in some areas. And of course, the exception to that is our growing subdivisions, and in particular, cul-de-sacs had so much snow in them that we had to hire some contract workers with loaders to get the snow out of the subdivisions. And Bud himself went out to the subdivisions and was scooping snow out of cul-de-sacs with a loader. And I noticed when I was out checking roads that there was a group of children in one cul-de-sac that were cheering for him as he was pushing the snow aside. And maybe they didn't know that that meant they were going to have to go to school again, right? Who would have thought you'd be the one to get more people in school, right, Bud? Just a quick note. I know that Ron Bohati and Bud Geislinger are on the road, sometimes all night, sometimes at 2 or 3 in the morning. I get those phone calls that, hey, you're not going to believe this, Pam, but. And it really is good for our citizens to know that someone is watching out for them in their road conditions all the time. In addition to that, we have Brandon Kramer with us. And there you are. So I just want everyone to know that, like, Brandon loves snow, and in particular, he loves drift busting. So when we have these really big events, I blame him because I know he was praying for him. So in the future, you can just blame Mr. Kramer on all these major events. In addition, we have Wayne with us today. No, Wayne's on vacation. Wayne is on vacation today. He also is someone who I can rely on being there every time for snow removal. Steve Spader, there you are behind me. You don't have the rabbit ears up behind me as I'm talking to you. Thanks, man. It's good to know you have boundaries.
Yes.
Right? I can always count on Steve after hours. Even the week before last with the storms, we had a power pole that was leaning into traffic on 148th Street. And as you may or may not be aware, some of my staff partakes in what we call the bush lattes, and that means they may not be able to come in when they're called in. And so Steve himself, with another team member, went out and blocked that lane of traffic to make sure people were safe while that particular pole was being replaced. Bob Larson is one of our newest managers. It's been great to start managing people, hasn't it, Bob? Winning. I appreciate that Bob has something I don't, and that is patience. He's really good at training young operators and investing in our staff. In addition, we have Mike Clark. Mike, I'm not going to use your snow language today, but I know you have snow language, and I know that you're not a fan of the cold, but I also know that you're going to show up and be there every day. And we also have Jay. Where's Jay? Is Jay on vacation today? No, there's Jay. It's hard to tell when you guys are behind me. It kind of makes me a little nervous. So Jay is the one who's always trying to get all the equipment together. And if somebody does get stuck out in the snow, we try to get, well, first of all, you might not realize how often we try to pull ourselves out of the snow. This last winter, that didn't always happen because of how much snow there was. We did have to get the wrecker out a couple times to help us. I always appreciate that Jay was the one, when we couldn't find those air filters on the phone, trying to find more air filters for the trucks, because as you may not be aware, once those filters are clogged, the truck doesn't run. And that was definitely a really dangerous condition for these individuals to be out in that negative 20 and negative 30 degree weather. And so with that, Bud, did you want to say a couple words?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, Keith.
Oh, Keith, I'm sorry. The list of 9 was a lot.
You bet.
Keith Tennyson has been with us for a long time. Keith has really stepped up in the newly defined role of assistant manager, and I know sometimes he's had talks with me that, that might not have been that comfortable for him, but he's doing a great job, and I appreciate all of his knowledge about Lancaster County, and that, again, I know that Keith is going to be here every time. And with that, Bud.
I'm Bud Geistlinger, Assistant Highway Superintendent. I just want to take this time to thank each and every one of you for what you do during the winter, the roles you have taken on with the snow plan, and knowing that I can count on all of you guys at any time, and all it takes is a phone call is to make sure everything keeps working and smoothing, not only before the storm, during the storm, and after. I know that Jay particularly gets tired of hearing my voice at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, but as well as I think the other guys do. But I can't tell them thanks enough, and I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Bud.
Wow. Go ahead.
I think you're first, Deb, then Roma.
I appreciate having the opportunity to see your faces. Maybe if the 1 and 6 is the only other time we get to see the team besides Pam that we get to see frequently, and Larry. But you are really where the rubber meets the road, and our constituents and the traveling public depend on the great work that you do. So thank you, sincerely. Thank you.
And I guess I would just like to mention, because I'm really actually the only commissioner who lives out in the county on county roads, that I do appreciate, I know what it is that you have to go through. Because, with the amount of the county roads that do have to be cleared, we really do appreciate, your work out there. It's, can be very difficult at times, because I know I've slogged through the snow too. So thank you for what it is that you do, for all the people who need to come into Lincoln to work, as well as for those who need to come into Lincoln for school.
May I, Rick? Yeah, I just want to thank you as well, because this was a really tough winter, and I had very few constituent calls complaining that they couldn't get out, and I know that was due to the work that you'd done and getting ahead of things as much as you could, so thank you very much.
No.
The work you've done has kept our community open and kept our community safe. There is no question that through the work you've done, you've actually saved lives. Seriously, you are public safety workers in the truest sense. So thank you for what you've done for us.
And if I could just lastly add, these gentlemen showed up during COVID every day. We had no break. Many of them had COVID or were quarantined for a family that had COVID, and we continued to keep our operation going even through the snow. And that was also difficult with never knowing who was going to come down with the COVID next. And lastly, I'd like to say that although I am the face of county engineering, the team behind me, they're the ones that make it work every day. And I want to truly acknowledge and thank them for all the work they do, because as elected officials, they make us look better. We definitely did not have very many complaint calls, although I know some people got a little itchy when we got to that second day. And I just, again, want to humbly thank them for everything they do for the county.
Thank you all, gentlemen, for being here this morning and for doing all the work you did. Pam, thank you for bringing these awards forward. And to all the leadership folks as well, thank you for all you did.
Next is number 4, consent items. These are routine business items that are expected to be adopted without dissent. Any individual item may be removed for special discussion and consideration by a commissioner or by any member of the public without prior notice. Unless there is an exception, these items will be approved as one with a single vote of the Board of Commissioners. These items are approval of right-of-way contracts with the following: Randall A. Holman Family Trust, Southwest 86th Street and West Woodstruck Road in the amount of $334. GRB Farms LLC, Southwest 128th Street and West Gage Road in the amount of $544. Flying Jabberwocky LLC, Southwest 128th Street and West Gage Road in the amount of $1,574. John B. and Ashley R. Waldrop, South 176th Street and Roca Road in the amount of $2,715. Robert L. and Leanne J. Meduna, North 84th Street and Raymond Road in the total amount of $2,971. Maynard A. and Barbara A. Cochran, South 176th Street and Roca Road in the amount of $823. Utility permit number 2123, allowing Windstream, Nebraska to bore and plow roughly 850 feet of conduit and fiber cable along Hickman Road to provide a service for a portion of Hickman at no cost to the county. Change orders with Pavers, Inc. Number 1, to county contract C-21-387 to add a 7-inch milling machine. Number 2, to county contract C-21-376 to add a 7-inch milling machine. Number 3, to county contract C-21-378 to add an additional part at and near South 68th Street and Firth Road. Change order number 5 to county contract C-21-393 with Bauer Underground for an end of project reconciliation overrun of $8,158.55. Grant contracts funded by the Juvenile Justice Prevention Funds with the following: Boys and Girls Club of Lincoln, Lancaster County for the Keystone Leadership Program. Brain Injury Alliance in Nebraska for the Brain Injury Support for Justice Involved Youth Program. CASA for Lancaster County for the Court Advocacy for High Risk and Crossover Youth Program. The Hub Central Access Point for Young Adults for the Volunteer Coordination Program. The Salvation Army for the Teen Night Program. The Salvation Army for the SHIELD Program. Youth for Christ for the Parent Life Program. Grant contracts funded by the Joint Budget Committee for the period of July 1st, 2021 through June 30th, 2022 with the following: CASA for Lancaster County for the Court Advocacy for At-Risk Children Program. League of Human Dignity for the Center for Independent Living Program. Hope Spoke for the Outpatient Program. Second Amendment to Grant Contract C-20-336 with Lighthouse, Inc. for the Restorative Practices Program. Amendment to County Contract C-17-262 with the Administrative Office of the Courts and Probation to amend the term of the contract through June 30th, 2025 and increase the rate effective July 1st, 2021 to $19,359 to $19,359,452. Amendment to the following county contracts: C-18-470 with Stericycle for annual service infectious waste pickup and disposal. C-21-321 with Metzger's Auto Service and Lincoln Lube for annual service preventive maintenance for autos and light trucks. C-18-468 with Data Shield Corporation for on-site secure document shredding. C-20-470 with National Everything Wholesale, a network distributor for janitorial and sanitation supplies, equipment, and related services. Received and placed on file the following reports for the month of June 2021, Clerk of the District Court, County Clerk, Records and Information Management, and Assessor Register of Deeds.
Move approval of the consent items.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to approve the consent items. Any comments? Please call the roll.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Number 5 is old business. This is a resolution in the matter of the Juvenile Detention Alternative Initiative in Lancaster County.
Would you please read the resolution, Dan? I don't know.
Do we have a copy of the resolution?
It's on the agenda. No.
Whereas the Juvenile Detention Alternatives Initiative was designed to support the vision that all youth involved in the juvenile justice system have opportunities to develop into healthy, productive adults. Whereas JDI has been active in the state of Nebraska since 2011. Whereas Lancaster County was officially named a JDI site by the Annie A. Casey Foundation on September 26, 2017. Whereas JDI has been influential in reducing the unnecessary use of detention in Nebraska. Whereas JDI works toward the elimination of disproportionality of minority youth involved in the juvenile justice system. And whereas JDI relies on the expertise and support from judges, probation staff, defense attorneys, prosecutors, supervision personnel, law enforcement, state senators, researchers, educators, and others dedicated to improving the lives of young people and strengthening communities across the state. Now therefore be it resolved by the County Board as follows. The county hereby proclaims the week of July 5th, 2021 as Recognition Week for the 10th anniversary of the Nebraska Juvenile Detention Alternative Initiative.
Good morning, Commissioners. Becky Steiner, Juvenile Justice Coordinator with Lancaster County. We are excited to recognize the 10 years of JDI, Juvenile Detention Alternative Initiative in Nebraska. JDI has been active in Lancaster County since 2017. We will be celebrating with the youth at the Malone Center on Thursday, July 8th at 5:30. Hopefully you'll all be able to join us. Thank you.
Thank you for being here, Becky. Yeah.
And I would like to mention, that, JDI has just done a marvelous job in working with the justice-involved youth and in diverting them. And I think that the nonprofits who are associated with the county, as well as with the many organizations within the county and the state, they have worked together, they've coordinated, they've done a marvelous job in helping our young people.
Yes.
And thank you for your work in that.
Thank you.
I would entertain a motion.
I move approval of the resolution.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. Any further conversation? Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Next is number 6, new business. 6A is departmental award in the amount of $500 for the following county engineer employees: Brandon Kramer, Roger Huskenveld, Ron Bohati, Rain Herget, Stephen Spader, Leroy Bud Geislinger, Robert Larson, Michael Clark, and Jay Wegley.
Pam Dingman, Lancaster County Engineer. I can never get the guys to stand in order of what the list is, which and then inevitably, because there is a large group of them, people show up who weren't expected to show up, and people who I expected to show up are out for the day. So I'm going to apologize to Roger Husenfeld because I didn't acknowledge him by name. Roger is also one of our new managers. He is in charge of the south half of the county. Roger took it upon himself to study and get the highway superintendent's license so that when there was an opportunity to move to management, he was already certified with that license, which made him a great candidate. He has worked for the county for a very long time, and he really exemplifies someone who is highly engaged in their job and really wants the county roads to be good. So I want to thank Roger too. Sorry about that.
I would entertain a motion.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve item 6A. Any discussion?
Wasn't there another gentleman who wasn't listed on the
Yeah,
list
I wondered
here?
about that.
Yeah.
Keith Tenhosen.
Would the engineer be happy if we made a motion to include Keith on this list? Because he's not currently on the printed list, and I would rather not have to arm wrestle the attorneys later.
Yes, that would be great.
And I'm sorry, the gentleman's last name, I missed it. It's Keith, I know his first name's Keith, I know who he is, I missed the last name.
Tennyson.
Okay. I would We have a motion, right?
Yes, we do.
Then I would offer an amendment to include Mr. Tennyson here as well.
Okay,
Second.
second. All right, so we have a motion and a second to add Mr. Tennyson to the previous motion, approving the other 9. Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Now, I think you need to vote on the original motion.
Right.
Yeah, that was the vote on the amendment to add Keith.
Okay. Please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. B is a special designated license application from the beer sign for an event at Prairie Creek Inn, 2400 South 148th Street, Walton, Nebraska, on July 24th, 2021.
Move approval?
Second, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Come on up, sir. We always enjoy hearing from folks like yourself.
you made the mistake of standing up in the first place.
I'm Tim Collin. I own the beer stein in Syracuse, and I applied for an SDL at the Prairie Creek Inn for a wedding reception on July 24th of this year. So,
Okay.
any questions?
Any questions for Jim?
Have you served at the Prairie Creek Inn before? Is this your first event?
This
there?
is my first event there, but I've served many events other places before, so.
Okay.
I like your shirt. I move approval.
Well, thanks. I can get you one if you want one.
Well, we have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. C is special events
Thanks for
permit
coming out.
application from Gravel Ventures LLC for an event on August 20th, 2021.
Good morning. I'm Jason Strobing. I'm one of the owners and promoters of Gravel Worlds. This is going to be our 13th year of our event. Last year was a virtual event, so it's our 12th in-person event. This year is going to be our biggest year that we've ever had, so we're going to have about 1,600 riders. We'll have 48 states represented. Only Hawaii and New Hampshire are deciding to not join us, but we also have DC, Guam, and Puerto Rico territories there. So we'll also have 5 countries this year. Normally we have about 5% of our attendance that'll be international. This year is significantly down because of COVID. People didn't register when they had the opportunity, but we still have US, Canada, Mexico, Brazil, and Iceland that will be coming into Lincoln this year, so we're super excited for that. One of our big things that we love to do is give back to our community through the Randy Gibson Memorial Fund, and also the prosecutor who helped with his case is here. So thank you again, 3 years later, in memory of our friend Randy. We've raised over $30,000 total through that fund. Our goal this year is another $16,000, so we do enjoy that. So I guess, do you guys have any questions for me? I have gotten the notes from the county and the county sheriff. We've taken those into consideration and have addressed those concerns from Monet. So any questions?
I just want to note that we're waiting on just one piece of insurance, so they're going to approve this contingent upon receipt of that.
Yep.
Thanks.
Yeah, they put our home address on the policy instead of
Sure.
the Fallbrook neighborhood. So thank you.
Thanks.
I would move approval contingent on receiving the piece of insurance documentation.
I'll second that.
Very good.
I have a question. If
Yeah.
you're coming from Iceland, do you bring your bike with you?
They will be. Yeah, they're actually a bike company, so they make special cases that you can put your bike in, and you take the wheels off, and it kind of collapses down. But yep,
Who knew?
Yep,
Okay.
they do. There's also a service that's their whole business is they send bikes around the world for people to go do bike races. So
Exciting event. Very
Yep.
good.
yeah, we're really excited. A lot of big things coming, and we're really hoping this is our breakout year. So it's a really big thing for our community, and we hope we have another big sporting event, kind of like the Lincoln Marathon right here in Lincoln. So
Yeah.
Well, it sounds that way.
yeah.
Yeah, Lancaster County will become the gravel adventure of the world.
We
here.
really hope so. We're already the second largest race in the Midwest. We're hoping to move that up so we become even more known, so.
Is this an argument for us not to pave more roads? Asking.
We need gravel roads.
Oh, the look on the
We'll
engineer's face.
definitely fight pavement as much as we can, so keep those gravel roads for us.
Very-
Even like dirt too, so MMRs are
Got a
great.
great dirt road
Yeah,
right by our house.
I've probably ridden on it, so it's
Dirt
great.
roads we can do, I mean,
Pleasant Hill, Pleasant Hill.
Very good. Dan, please call the roll.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion
Thank you for
carries
being
5 to
here.
0.
Thank you guys so much.
D is the reappointment of William Bill Bowman to the Veterans Service Committee for a 5-year term from July 1st, 2021 through June 30th, 2026.
Good morning, I'm Rick Ringling, I'm the Veteran Service Officer for Lancaster County. Our office is overseen not only by the board, but also a volunteer committee of veterans. They're all wartime veterans, they're all residents of Nebraska. Besides Mr. Bowman, we have Jim Chada, Martin Neal, Bruce Troutwine, Pat Shanosek, who volunteer their time to have quarterly meetings with us, oversee our office. If they get any concerns or complaints from the public, they route them through us and we get them corrected. We don't have a lot of problems that way. The committee gets one appreciation luncheon a year for their services, so we appreciate their hard work and dedication and their service to the country. And Mr. Bowman, he couldn't be here today, but he volunteered to remain for another 5 years on the committee. He's retired U.S. Air Force Vietnam veteran, and he's been real well known in the community as a volunteer, has been a commander in several of the veteran service organizations, so he's a good man.
Yeah. Very fortunate to have him.
I will move approval.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to approve item 6D. Thank you for being here, and
Yep.
please thank Bill for us. Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries 5 to 0.
Thank you.
E is a resolution in matter of witness fees paid by Lancaster County which have remained unclaimed for 6 months or more.
So I just want to note on this one, there's a April 6th date in there. It should actually be today's date, July 6th. And this is, when you approve the resolution, people have 6 months to claim those unclaimed witness fees. If they don't, then they're forfeited. So I just need you guys to amend it to include the correct date.
I will move approval with the amendment to include the correct date of July 6th.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve item E. Please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries 5 to 0. F is an agreement with Manili Wagner and Associates, Inc. for professional engineering services for structural consultation related to bridges in the county at the request of the county engineer. The cost of services is not to exceed $40,000.
Pam Dimon, Lancaster County Engineer. This is a contract that we have put in place the last couple of years for when we need structural on-call services. On occasion, we have things happen to our bridge that require very specialized engineering opinions and/or reports. And so it is always beneficial when we have an emergency if this contract is already in place so that we can call up the engineer and just get started right away.
Move approval?
Second?
We have a motion and a second to approve this agreement with Manili Wagner and Associates. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries 5 to 0. G is a contract with Brandt Excavating Company to provide channel stabilization of county bridges H-001 and W-014. The cost of county is not to exceed $441,090.
Pam Dingman, Lancaster County Engineer. As the commissioners are aware, we have 49 sites that are either scour critical or scour susceptible. This is a contract to repair 2 of those sites. These bridges are to a point that where we think we can repair them versus reconstructing them or do some stabilization around them. H1 is just east of Waverly on Bluff Road, and W114 is just it's north of Hallam and east of Sprague.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 6H is an agreement with the Administrative Office of the Courts and Probation for administration of the Adult Drug Court for the District Court of Lancaster County. The Administrative Office of the Courts and Probation will pay the county $493,678 for the services. The term of the agreement is July 1st, 2021 through June 30th, 2023.
Good morning, Kim Etherton, Community Corrections. This is just a renewal of the reimbursement we get for our adult drug court staff. It covers about 70% of our costs.
I will move approval.
Second?
Motion and a second to approve item H. Any discussion, any questions for Kim? Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. I is acceptance of a deputy sheriff's temporary retirement buyout program application and agreement with Joseph Gare, an employee in the Lancaster County Sheriff's Office. Mr. Gare's resignation is effective approximately August 25th, 2021.
I will move approval with comment.
Okay.
Second?
I just wanted to take the opportunity to thank Joe. He's been with us 31 years and has been the school resource officer at Norris for the last 14 and was one of our very first school resource officers and really one of the best. Good guy. So wish him best in his retirement.
Big hole to fill then.
Well loved by the students and staff.
Please call the roll, Dan.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. J is work and financial plan pursuant to the Cooperative Services Agreement with the United States Department of Agriculture, Animal and Plant Health Inspection Service Wildlife Services for the Department of Wildlife Damage Management Program. The program is from July 1st, 2021 through June 30th, 2022. The cost of the county is not to exceed $8,000.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve item J. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. K is a settlement agreement and release between Bade Property LLC and Lancaster County.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. Please call the roll.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Next is public comment. Those wishing to speak on items relating to county business not on the agenda may do so at this time.
I see no one present, Dan.
Next is announcements. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold a staff meeting on Thursday, July 8th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. in Room 112, the County City Building. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold its next regular meeting on Tuesday, July 13th, 2021 at 9 a.m. in Room 112 of the County City Building. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold a budget meeting on Tuesday, July 13th, 2021, immediately following the regular meeting beginning at 9 a.m. in Room 112 of the County City Building. County Commissioners can be reached at 402-441-7447 or commish@lancaster.ne.gov. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners meeting is broadcast live on Link TV City. For the rebroadcast schedule, visit lincoln.ne.gov. Meetings are also streamed live on Link TV and can be viewed on YouTube.
Move we adjourn.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
With that meeting adjourned, we will call to order the Lancaster County Board of Equalization meeting for Tuesday, July 6th, 2021. Please begin the meeting.
A copy of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act is located on the wall at the rear of the hearing room. Additionally, a copy of all written material to be discussed at today's open meeting is available for electronic viewing from the county clerk staff. Printing options are available upon request. The material can also be viewed on the county's website at lancaster.nd.gov. Agenda item 1 are minutes. Approve of the minutes of the Board of Equalization meeting held on Tuesday, June 15th, 2021.
Move approval.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes. Any comments? Please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Number 2 is additions and deductions to the tax assessment rolls.
Move approval of the additions and deductions to the tax assessment rolls.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to approve item 2. Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Number 3 is notice of assessed valuation change for property taxation purposes. This is for Heartland Living LLC, Wilderness Hills Apartments LLC, Red Bishop Heights JV LLC. They received 2 notices. Richard L. and Lelaine Drake, and Susan Ray Wunderlich.
Good morning, Scott Gaines, Deputy Assessor, Register Deeds. These are 5 notices that are just kind of cleanup items that have come across our desk recently to get some corrections in value that we would have intended had we done things more appropriately the first time. So these are corrections. A couple of them are actually to follow up on recent TURC decisions to implement the 2020 value from TURC into the 2021 system as well. So we would recommend your approval for these value corrections.
Recommend approval of the valuation changes.
Second?
We have a motion and a second to approve item 3. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Number 4 is a 425 filing report of destroyed real property, and this was for Michael H. and Feroz S. Fayed.
Dan Ziegler, Lancaster County Attorney's Office. This is based on a fire that the Fayeds suffered back in February of this year. Through my research, I discovered that it appears to have been caused by faulty wiring during a remodel job. Our historic interpretation is that it needs to be a natural event for it to be considered destroyed real property under the statute. Additionally, in June of this year, the Department of Revenue issued a information guide which gave an example of something very similar, where if a owner's contractor negligently causes a fire, it's their opinion it does not fall within the destroyed real property statute. We are recommending a denial at this time.
Based upon the recommendation of the county attorney, I move we deny the filing.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to deny the 425 filing. Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Number 5 are public hearings. This is for motor vehicle tax exemption applications, and this includes North American Martyrs Church and School, Angelic Temple Church of God in Christ, the American Legion Department of Nebraska, Gentle Shepherd Baptist Church, Villa Marie School, Catholic Social Services, Food Bank of Lincoln WC, American Red Cross, Our Savior's Lutheran Church, Eastridge Presbyterian Church, Radiant Church, University of Nebraska Foundation.
Okay, I will open the public hearing on these motor vehicle tax exemptions. Anyone here to speak in support? Anyone here to speak in opposition? Anyone here to speak in a neutral capacity? Seeing none, we will close the public hearing.
Next is number 6, action on motor vehicle tax exemption applications.
Move approval of the motor vehicle tax exemption applications.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. Please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Number 7 is public comment.
And seeing no one, we will close public comment.
I move we adjourn.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. Please call the roll.
Flowerday,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Best.
Yes,
Motion carries 5-0.
we are adjourned.